Is your real estate website capturing as many leads as it should? In this video, I'm going to show you how to increase your lead conversion on your real estate website by thinking like your target audience and guiding them throughout their journey on your website. So stick around in this video because I'm going to give you actionable tips on how to increase your lead conversion today. Hey everybody, it's me, Jacob Shireman, your real estate marketing expert. I have over 17 years of marketing experience specializing in web design and SEO, and I take that experience to help you grow your real estate business. So if you want to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I release new content. And if you want to get all of my training, resources, courses, and coaching for free at no extra cost or split to you, take a look at partnering with me at eXp Realty inside the Agent Wolfpack. And there's a link down below where you can book a one-on-one call with me to learn more. So let's dive into today's topic. All right, so today we're talking about increasing our lead conversion on our real estate website. Remember, a lead is only a lead if you have a way to get in contact with them. So if they didn't leave their phone number, their email address, their Instagram handle, something that you have control and can communicate with them when you want, then that is not a lead. It's just a view, and that means nothing at this point. So a lot of you are getting traffic to your website, even your social media accounts, your Google business profile, but you're having a hard time converting those leads. And that's what I want to go over today is what do you have specifically on your website to capture the lead? And are you thinking like your potential client? Are you thinking like your target audience? If your website just has an IDX to capture the lead registration and has some type of contact form, you are missing out on about 10 other ways to capture leads. And so what I want to do in today's video is one, quickly talk about your customer's journey so you can start thinking like them. And then what areas of your website can you add that's very easy by just adding a form? That's how we're going to capture the lead. But what can we add to our websites to increase lead conversion from the traffic that's going there? And we want to meet our audience where they're at. So I'm going to dive into each one of those so you can go and edit your website today and start increasing your lead conversion. All right, so the first thing that we want to do in order to increase our lead conversion is to understand our client or our target audience's journey. And so this helps you to understand what type of lead sources or lead capture elements that you need to add to your website. So one thing that we need to understand, let's think we're a buyer, right? So a lot of buyers have different timing on when they're going to buy. We have people that are ready to buy now. We have people that they just want to see if they can get pre-approved. Maybe they're too embarrassed to reach out to a realtor and for them to tell them, oh, I can't get a mortgage, you know? You got to think about those things. Some people are shy. The next thing is think about, people just want to see what inventory is out there so they can search, capture a lead that way. Some people just want to get some more information. So maybe they're going to read your blog. They're going to download your guides. We want to understand, maybe they're a year out from moving. They know they're going to have to relocate. Maybe they're waiting until the end of the school year. You don't know where they're at in that buy journey. Same thing with sellers. You don't know when they're going to sell. A lot of people make the mistake of only targeting sellers when a majority of the listings that we're getting to come in are from buyer leads because they're looking for something to buy first before they even inquire about selling their home. Because if there's not something comparable or something that they want, then they're not going to sell their home. So if you only targeted that seller lead, then guess what? You're not going to get them. So you need to think about their journey and where they're going to get them to make a decision. So there are 3 stages of kind of capturing a lead. There's one where a lead comes to your website and you create awareness. Your awareness would be your blog articles, any other free resources that you have on your website. This awareness is going to nurture them. It's going to establish authority with you, that you are somebody that is knowledgeable. You're going to warm your lead up that way. So you're creating awareness about your brand, your services, and what you offer. And then you have consideration. So the consideration is when they actually give their information. So if they're going to download a buyer's guide or one of your resources, they're going to put their name, their email address, maybe their phone number, and they are considering going with you, but they want more information. And then you have the decision. The decision is when they actually decide to book an appointment with you, reach out to you. Maybe they filled out your contact form. Maybe they texted you. That means that they are ready to go. They are ready to talk to you and consider using you as their agent. So as we go through this next section, I want you to think about where where your clients are at in the journey. If you are a real estate agent and you're struggling with leads, don't make the mistake of most agents where they're only thinking about the now. What deal can I close now? If you act in desperation on what deal you can close now, you're going to miss out when we're this time of year, when the holidays are coming, things are slower. You are not going to have a full pipeline. I've had people in my pipeline for years, and they're just now 2 years later coming around, ready to move, ready to sell their home. Don't think about that. Think about their journey. You still want those people that are 6 months out, that are a year out, because guess what? That's almost guaranteed deals or leads or clients to work with a year from now. So as you're going through the journey, don't make the mistake that most real estate web design companies, real estate agents, brokerages, all the people that create websites, they literally just have a contact form, maybe a schedule, and an IDX feed to capture those leads because they want to work with people now. They're not worried about the future. And if you want to have a solid business, you need to think about the future. All right, now I want to give you some lead capture ideas for your website based on kind of your needs of your target audience or your potential client. Now, one of the examples I'm going to show you here is this is in our buyer's funnel that we designed for all of our clients, that we use for our team as well. And this is pretty much the steps of the home buying process. And what's great is no matter where they're at in that process, I can capture the lead. So you see here that they can get pre-approved, they can fill out a form for that, then they can schedule a consultation, and then I'm going to send them the buyer intake form, and then they're going to start searching for properties, and then I'm going to give them information on what it's like to submit an offer and to negotiate, and then what it's like once they go under contract to do the inspection, to get to the closing table. And throughout this process, one, this is kind of my onboarding as a client funnel, but this also is designed no matter where they want to start in that process, it's going to capture that lead. So as we go through these, keep this in mind, because this will give you more ideas on how to capture leads. And I'm going to give you examples one by one and how they will benefit and help increase your lead conversion. All right, so let's work backwards and talk about people that are ready to go now. And these are going to be some of the most common ones that are on a website, but these are what people are going to do when they're ready to talk to you, they're ready to get more information and hopefully make that decision on whether they want to use you as an agent. So one of the first ones is some type of calendar that's embedded into your website for them to be able to schedule a consultation. So this is a great way in a lot of your call to actions throughout your webpage or your buyer's funnel or your seller's funnel to say schedule a consultation or schedule your free consultation, however you want to word it, because this will get them to schedule into your calendar right away. Now, I highly recommend that you use a calendar program. There's a lot of free basic ones out there like Calendly. In our CRM, High5 Connect, we have a scheduler tool built in. You can create as many calendars as you want, but there are a lot of softwares out there where you can link a master calendar. Don't make the mistake of just giving a form and having them put their suggested date and time, because now you got to go back and forward with them. You don't have something that's automated. With our schedule tool, we have an automation that goes out. It reminds them a day before and an hour before to ensure that they're going to show up and not forget. It automatically goes into the calendar. It shows them the available times that I have, so we're not guessing back and forth. Now, another one that you could do is a contact form. Most sites have a contact form. You can get creative with this. You don't just have to ask first name, last name, email, phone. You can also ask them, are you looking to buy, sell, invest? Whatever they're looking for, you can add those services there so you have a better understanding of what they're looking for. But this is important because some people just might want to go back and forth in email before they actually talk to you. They could be shy or they just don't want to commit to anything, but this is a great way to communicate as well. And with all of these ideas that I'm giving you, they should be connected to some type of automation in order to get them into your CRM like Zapier or any of the other automation tools out there. So contact form is great as well. And then we can also have them search IDX. So having the IDX on our website is a great idea because it's going to force them to register after they look after so many properties. Now, if you're somebody that has this turned off, and I see so many people that swear that this, you should never force somebody, absolutely you should, because this is quid pro quo. They can go to Zillow then. if they're not willing to commit, they're not going to come through. You'll have a very small conversion rate of IDX. And then I feel like this is why the IDX conversion rate is a lot lower, is people are not forcing them and selling the benefit of registering. You know, the benefit of registering is they can save search results. Plus you get to see what they're looking for. They can have search alerts turned on and they can customize those. And so this is a benefit, especially if your database is updated in real time, you know, with the MLS, they're going to get to see properties as they hit the market and be able to search that. So make sure you're forcing. You don't have to force right away. They can look at 2 properties or maybe 3 or 4 photos, whatever you want, but have some type of forced registration. And I do force the phone number because I feel like if they're ready to give that phone number, they're ready to work with you. Now there's other theories on, even by top producers, they just want the email address to nurture them over time. But I feel like if they give their email address and phone number for my business, that's what works well for me. But force that registration and get them to commit before you let them use all of your tools for free. All right, now let's talk about a few tools that users would want to use. Maybe they just want a little bit more information before they connect with you, because they might be around the corner to buy or sell their home, but they just want a little more detail. So let's talk about somebody that's wanting to sell their home. They might want to see what it's worth first. So having a home valuation tool and making sure that we're collecting that lead information before we send them that report, that is super important, because we don't want to give away that information. They can just go use, you know, other platforms with probably less accurate information. So having a home valuation tool is a great way, because they might just want to see if it's in the ballpark of what they're hoping to get. And then not only can you reach out immediately by having a drip campaign or picking up the phone and calling them, but they'll be more apt to go with you if it's within that price range. So you want to make sure your tool works well, so you can test a few homes, do a quick CMA and just make sure they're in the right ballpark. But this is a great tool to capture a lead. Now on the buyer side, maybe they just want to see if they can get pre-approved. A lot of people are very shy and secretive with their finances because they don't want to admit that they maybe have bad credit or they don't have enough in savings. So getting a pre-approval is great, and having a form that they can fill out, you know, first name, last name, email, phone, but then ask a few other questions. We don't want it to be too long that scares them from filling it out because it's not an application. But we could ask, you know, are you a first-time home buyer? Is this going to be a second home or an investment property? Are you a military service member or a veteran? And then you can ask those questions so you know, maybe you want to create an automation that says, hey, if they're first-time home buyers, I want to send them to Janet. If there are a VA loan, I want to send them to Mark. And you could have that automatically go out with an email introducing them to this lead and say, hey, this is my lead. Can you please reach out to them and, you know, give them a link? Or if you have a link to that lender, you could have that automatically go out in an email based on the criteria that they filled out. But this is a great way because a lot of them just want to see if they can qualify, and then they'll meet with you and get some information. So for people that are on the fence, these are some really great tools. All right, and the last section I want to go over is for people that just maybe need more information. Maybe they're stuck in that awareness stage, or maybe they're stuck in the consideration stage of that. And let's go over that. So one of the first things you can do is these downloadable guides, or what we call lead magnets, where you're giving something of value, but they're giving their information up. The only thing that I would tell you with these is make sure you get a valid lead. I have a whole video on how to do this. It's called Stopping Fake Leads. But what you're wanting to do is whenever they request to download something, or you want to give a list of homes, whatever value you're giving them, and it's a link to something, go ahead and email them that first, send them to a generic thank you page, and then email them. That way you're guaranteed that that is a real lead that's coming through. And if they put in a fake email like john@johndoe.com, they are not getting your resource. But you could do your buyer sellers guide, your first time home buyers, relocation guides, go crazy, but you can give those on the type of audience you're targeting. And this will give them more information, let them get to know you a little bit, warm them up, kind of show that what you offer. Just make sure that your guide stands out, and there's plenty of templates out there here to do that, but make sure you give a lot of resources and it's not just a bunch of generic jargon, but show them exactly what you're going to do to stand out on that. And then on your blog articles, you can add call to action forms, whether it's schedule a consultation, maybe it's something to, check out homes in this neighborhood, or check out a list of homes under 300,000, or download my buyer's guide, my seller's guide. But make sure in your blogs, there's something there to capture a lead. Maybe sign up for your newsletter, which is something else you can do. But make sure those call to actions are there as well. All right, and one of the last things that you can do is, a lot of people like to do webinars. You can include those on your site. I like to take it a step further. If you have a way to, like in the platform that we have, in our CRM platform, there's a way to do courses. And what I love about this is a lot of people don't have 45 minutes to an hour to sit through a course, and they're not gonna watch all of that video anyways. But if you can break down, for first-time home buyers or buying or selling, maybe it's aging in place, or buying new construction, or maybe how to get your first real estate investment property, whatever it is, or how to buy a home with a VA loan, something like that. You can do a mini course, maybe 3 or 4 modules. You could also get one of your mortgage officers or your inspectors to record a little something, and then you can just put that in. You don't have to worry about coordinating times, but you can do a simple module that has text and video due to 2 to 3 minutes. And this is how people are learning. There's plenty of platforms where that's how the courses work. The modules are about 3 minutes or less, because that's how people learn. Or think about TikTok. People love, it's like the short form of YouTube videos, because people want quick summary to the point. And this way you're able to track where they went through the course. Same thing with webinars. You can see how much people watched, how many people tuned in, all of that. But think about that too, because people signing up and registering for those is another great way to capture leads and give them information without overwhelming them and forcing them to schedule a consultation or talk to you. Remember, we want to do pull marketing to gently pull them in, warm them up, and then let them come to us. All right, here are some things you can do to increase conversion on these lead capture methods. So one of the first ones, make sure all of your forms are mobile friendly. 80% of the people that are going to your websites are going to be on a mobile device. So just make sure they're responsive, that they can be displayed effectively and easy to fill out on any device. You want to keep your forms straightforward and to the point. Don't ask 1,000 questions. Now, on your client intake form, you're obviously going to do that, but everything else, you want to keep it, the shorter the form, the better to get all the information we need, and the more conversion you'll have on that form as well. Make sure you're using compelling call to actions. We want to say, get your free market report now, or get your free home valuation now. We don't want to just say submit or download. We want to have a good phrase that's just prompting them to that call to action as well. And make sure you're providing value upfront to build trust with your audience as well. And make sure you're marketing, push people to these call to actions, to these funnels, these landing pages, to get them to convert and generate that lead. Because if you have a lot of traffic, but you're not getting leads, there's a disconnect somewhere. Because my thought is, people don't have a lead generation problem, they have a lead capture problem. So I hope you found this information helpful. It's my goal in every video to give you something that you can walk away with today to build your real estate business. So if you have any questions about what I went over, go ahead and drop that down in the comments below. And if you want to schedule a marketing consultation, maybe you need help building these, you want me to do a website audit for you, or maybe you want us to build your website, or you need a CRM, video editing, we have a full service marketing company, and we'd love to show you what we offer and what we can do for you. So all that information is there down below to schedule a consultation and to reach out to us. And again, if you want to get all of my courses, my training, my resources, and my coaching for free at no extra cost or sweat to you, whether you're a solo agent, a team, or a broker owner, we can help you. So go ahead and schedule that one-on-one call with me to see what your business would look like here at eXp Realty inside the Agent Wolfpack. And I look forward to speaking with you on that. And again, if you want to keep seeing content like this, you know exactly what to do. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and like this video and hit that notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video.